General Michael Flynn. In May, he joked about taking over the government. He said, oh, just a joke. Now he's talking about committing assassination. Let's just go to the video first.
Tell us about your gift.
So we were trying to come up with a rifle that we thought was appropriate for a general. So we went with the old school woodland camouflage. So anyhow, this is one of our top quality guns. And
maybe I'll find somebody in Washington, D.C.
He's technically a felon with a gun, but because of the pardon thing, he's not a felon anymore, but he really is in spirit. So Flynn, the former national security advisor, pardoned by Donald Trump for lying about his Russia contacts, made the jaw-dropping remark after he was gifted the gun at the, get it now, the Church of Glad Tidings. This is in California. The church members roared with laughter and clapped when Flynn suggested hunting humans in the nation's capital. Oh, that is just so funny. You're talking about committing assassination, General. I mean, you are, by the way, a trained killer. And he makes this supposed joke. Everybody in the church, they laugh. Remember, last year, Flynn retweeted a call for Trump to keep the White House by force and reportedly urged Trump to use the Insurrection Act to declare martial law to stay in power. So you may be wondering, well, my goodness, what kind of church is this? They're gifting people AR-15s. They are applauding proclamations about killing political leaders in the United States of America. Well, I did some research on this church. You can find more information at Church of Glad Tidings website. But here's what they say. This is part of what we believe, okay? Here's what they believe. We continually cultivate Christ-honoring roles and conduct in all relationships, marriage, neighbors, family, church family, workplace. We gear much of our emphasis toward the youth and children. Our kids are a top priority. We love to have fun, lots of it, and value hospitality and genuine friendships. We believe that God has called us to significance and influence in our generation. We value people like you. The hell are they talking about? Adrienne, what are your thoughts here?
Well, I can tell you what they were talking about. They were talking about enjoying that tax benefit that goes to churches. These people are out here speaking all of this nonsense when they're really here for the mayhem, the insurrectionists. Michael Flynn, it really shows you who these people are. This person is supposed to be a leader in our nation, but really, no, it doesn't represent democracy. Also, this person's ideologies are not good for the nation, yet they continue to be revered. And as we see this church purport to honor him with this weapon, it just makes you even more concerned at the fact that him saying, oh, I need to find someone in Washington. I don't know if he is implicitly speaking about now retired Judge Emmett Sullivan, or if he's talking about someone else. But what he is talking about is something that should not be spoken by someone who is in a leadership position in our nation or has authority and power. Yet everybody who seems to come out of the Trump administration seems to be pretty good when it comes to just undemocratic, insurrectionist, treasonous behavior.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, this guy literally betrayed the United States of America. Not only did he lie during an investigative probe, I mean, he actually represented interest of a foreign entity while serving in an official capacity with the United States government and lied about it. I mean, he's going to be who he is as a former military general forever. I mean, he's that guy. So you have a lot of people calling for him to be officially recalled to duty so he can be court-martialed, which, by the way, is a power that the United States military has, especially with individuals of his high rank. This is a person, Adrienne, and this is the context that really scares me, it frightens me. This is a person who really kind of flew beneath the radar as far as his white supremacy is concerned until Trump brought him out. But still, he believed this all the way through. He was always this person. So we literally had him in power, in authority, obtaining top secret information, being a person that holds these deep rooted racial and racist sentiment. And listen, the guy is anti-American. He's literally anti-American. So how is it that people like Flynn and others who are obviously anti-American, they are anti-democracy, they are anti-constitution, they continue to retain a narrative of being a patriot?
Well, I would arguably say that they are very pro-American because they're very pro-white male at any cost. And that is who Flynn is, in addition to Trump. And so as much as we think he flew under the radar, to our knowledge, oh no, the white supremacists in power knew exactly who he was, which is why they called him up and put him in a position of authority and power even greater than what he had in the military. And you're absolutely right about calling him up for court-martialing. That is a power that could be exercised with a lot of the people on January 6th for the insurrectionists, as well as Flynn. Why it has not been done is something that is just beyond me unless I look at the history of our nation and its inability and unwillingness, oftentimes, too often, to hold white men of privilege and power accountable for their criminality and their misconduct.
Yeah, and you make a heck of a point, because we have a black man in charge now. He's the first. And he said we have to root out white supremacy in our ranks. Well, let's start with video from January 6th.
There you go.
Make an example, do the thing y'all do, hold a press conference, scare the hell out of everybody else. You've done it for all kind of people in this country. I've seen prosecutors say it. They've literally done press conferences and said, we will make an example out of people like this and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. But all of a sudden, to these terrorists, to the insurrectionists, nobody wants to use that language against them. Not even the people prosecuting them. Yeah, quite baffling, but not, right?